Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Greetings y'all, I am Blade Dasher, and today we're taking on both Kyurem and Ghetsis in this Black and White 2 SOYO challenge. Probopass will lead this fight due to her great matchup against Kyurem's Ice and Dragon typing. Not only does she resist both stab moves, but she also hits super effectively with Power Gem. Only problem is, Probopass will also be our lead for the Ghetsis fight since we have to do both of them in a row. While Probopass does pretty well against Kofagrigus, Liepard would do way better. This is Kyurem Black. Now, regardless of what form Kyurem takes or what version you play on, Kyurem will always be Ice Dragon. This version of Kyurem focuses on physical prowess, and with a base 170 attack, yeah, this thing hits like a truck. This thing also stole Zekrom's signature move, Fusion Bolt, a 100 base power, 100 accurate physical electric move. So basically an electric earthquake. What Ghetsis says is true, we can't catch this thing, but we can sure as hell paralyze and shred it with Power Gem. And just like that, Probopass solos Kyurem Black, proving Ghetsis' ultimate weapon to be an ultimate fraud. And now for the main man himself, Ghetsis. One of two fights in this challenge that has a full team of 6, so get ready for a long and grueling fight. First up is of course Kyurem, a tanky ghost type Pokemon made even tankier thanks to Ghetsis giving it leftovers. It also has a nasty ability in Mummy, which does nothing on its own until you hit it with a contact move. If you do, you get the Mummy ability, effectively removing your own ability until you switch out. Probopass brawls with Kyurem until it gets it down to potion range, and once again we're dealing with full restores, so I simply opt to paralyze it again as it heals back up. At this rate though, Probopass is bleeding and needs to be switched out. It's only at this moment that I remember I have Lightbird in the back. All this brawling when I had a much easier answer. Whoops. On top of that blunder, I then proceed to try and fake out a freaking ghost type. You know, the guy's immune to normal type moves. My god, the nerves are kicking in and it shows. lefties be damned, Lightbird barely gets the 2-hit KO, finally taking out Coffer and expending the full restore. The bad news is that my main check to Ghetsis ace is now effectively dead on the way in unless I get a lucky para or a sacrifice. But now onto Trapeon. I paralyze it to help Clado fight it, only to get jump scared by an X-Scissor. And then have Lightbird's mummy ability pass on to him, because I still had it and never switched out. Really fucking funny. I debate whether or not I switch to Clado because I realize Trapeon is probably just gonna X-Scissor again, and that's gonna hurt Clado a lot. I decide to sack Lightbird instead to get Clado in for free. That way, it's not pressured to get the Oko with Earth Power. Clado ends up securing the kill anyway, but now it's perfectly healthy, which is important because I need it for later, making this a worthwhile trade. For Seismitoad, I just have the Vanny come in and face it. Now for a while, I debate whether or not I just go for the Oko, or risk getting hit by a super effective move to get Reflect Up. In the end, I decide to just get the Oko and be done with it, as I can always just get Reflect Up later once Seismitoad is dead. Okay, Electros. Because of Levitate giving it a ground immunity, it effectively has no weakness, so you're just going to want to hit it with your strongest stabs. But first, I have the Vanny get a Reflect Up, only to be jump scared by a Flamethrower and get O-Code. That Buggrass typing finally bear in the ass. I decide to send in Bayonet next, as she's really good at hitting hard with a neutral stab, which is what we need for Electros right now. But first, I try for the Will-O-Wisp, and it misses, which is really bad because Bayonet gets 2-hit KO by Thunderbolt. So now, if I want her to do damage, I pretty much have to sack her. So I decide to have her go out with a Toxic Orb boosted Facade. At this point, the only team member I can reliably send in to face Electros is Clado. Lopunny needs to be healthy for later, and Probopass is just gonna get killed on the way in since I have no way to paralyze it now, thanks to Lightbird being dead. As you just saw, I start with Charge Beam in case I need a Hail Mary setup super. Only problem is I proceed to get jump scared by Crunch, but thankfully it doesn't do much damage, only like a third. Hasta la vista, you damn deal. Next up is Toxic Croak, but Clado deals with it easily. All it has to do is survive a Sucker Punch, and it easily nets a 1-hit KO with extra sensory. Oh god, now it's time for the leader of Ghetsis Deadly 6, Hydreigon. It's fast and it already hits hard normally, but thanks to Life Orb, it trades a bit of health to hit even harder. This menace is why I needed Lopunny healthy in the back. She's the only team member left who can check Hydreigon due to its partial dark typing. This entire match comes down to whether or not Lopunny lands her jump kicks. Thankfully, she finds her target, and even dodges a stab Dragon Rush that might have been an Oko thanks to Life Orb. Fucking hell, this match could not have been any closer. My heart was pounding while I was recording this entire fight. God damn it, Lopunny, way to kill the fucking tension by learning Bounce of all moves. I needed the laugh though. And prove it we shall, but we still have one more fight before that happens, and it's you actually. Thanks for watching. Next episode, we're gonna have one final run back against our rival before we tackle the Pokemon League. But until then, I gotta dash. Have a great day, y'all.
Now, find a new rival. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.